Hello, Bacon. Good morning. And Obama. Im. Okay, please wait. Please wait. I'm arranging the chairs. Please wait. Okay, hello, students. Those who are here in the computer room, please keep quiet. Okay, so good morning, everybody. Good morning. Okay, how are you today? How is everybody? How is everybody? Are you fine or not good? Fine. Okay, so students, we will study online and on-site at the same time. So for those who are here, please do not remove your mask. Listen, because the thing that we did will be the same for online and offline. Okay, so everybody, I would like you to turn on your computers and open Google Chrome. Sign in to your code.org account. Everybody. Online and offline, please. Okay, please wait. I will assist some students. Okay, please wait. For those who are studying online, you also need to open your code.org account. Everybody, please sign in. Okay, we will wait for others who are here. It is the same last time, students. Go to code.org. Okay, let me. Last time you already created your code.org account, right? You see your details. Sign in, continue with Google. And then sign in. Continue with Google. Oh, what's your email? Students, I told you last time, do not forget your account because you're going to use it at time. How about you? Create your account now if you still don't have an account. Create an account. Do you remember email? Oh, create an account. If you cannot remember your account, please create an account. Go back. Okay, so for those, please keep quiet sa tang. For those who are studying online, did you sign into code.org already? Okay, so once you sign in, students, I would like you to go to view course for Game Lab. Okay, so last week we did lesson 2, so we are done with lesson 1 and lesson 2 already. So today we will study lesson 4 or lesson 3, I mean. Okay, so we will study about variables. Okay, so last time in Scratch we studied about variables, right? You can still remember what variables are? What is a variable, Chewick? What is a variable in Scratch? What's the purpose of that one? The purpose of variables is to store values, right? Okay, so it can store values, but it can only store one value at a time. Okay, so we will study that one right now here. Okay, so we have variables. Variables is common in programming, so you use this one. So everybody, please go to lesson 3 and number 2. Okay, for this one, we will not tackle this one. Let's proceed to number 2 because this will, what do you call this one? This will introduce us to variables, okay? So please wait, let me connect my speaker.
Really powerful skill. The most common way to leverage a computer's memory is by creating a variable. Now, a variable is just a container for storing a value. And once created, the variable is stored in the computer's memory, and it can be used and updated repeatedly throughout your program. As an example, let's use variables to keep track of the score and the number of lives remaining in a hypothetical game. Creating the variable is really easy. You use the word var followed by a label that you want to give the variable. You can choose any label you want, but it helps to choose a word that describes the variable that you want to store. So let's label our first variable score to keep track of the score. And then we can create a second variable to keep track of lives. Remember these labels. You'll need them later in order to use the variables. We can assign a value to the variable using the equal sign, like this. Let's set our starting score to 0 and our number of lives to 3. Remember, you only need to use the var at the time that you want to create a new variable. A common mistake is to use it every single time you want to refer to a variable. Also, be sure to avoid mixing up the order when you call your variables. The label's got to appear on the left, and the value has to appear on the right, like this. Not like this. Often, you'll want to create a variable and assign it a value right away. There's a really convenient way to do this with one line of code. This is sometimes called initializing the variable. It's important to realize that this single line of code is actually doing two things. First, creating the variable, and then second, assigning it a value. Let's take a moment to talk about the equal sign. In many coding language, the equal symbol is called the assignment operator because you use it to assign a value to a variable. And you're probably used to seeing it in math, but in programming, it's a little bit different. If you were in math class and you saw this, something would definitely be wrong. Score can't possibly equal both 5 and 7, but this is not math class. With code, a computer is executing a set of instructions, one after the other. So this would just tell the computer to set score to 5, and then on the next line, set it to 7. In an effort to avoid confusion, programmers often don't use the word equals when we see this sign. Instead, they use the phrase gets the value. So when we see a statement like this, we could read it as score gets the value 7, or score gets 7 for short. Some programming languages avoid the confusion entirely by representing the assignment statements with a sideways arrow like this. To use a variable, you just refer to it by its label. Anywhere the variable name appears in the program, the value currently stored in the variable will be retrieved from memory. The tricky part is that when using a variable, you often can't see visually what its value is. To bypass that problem, you can use console.log to display the value like this.
Okay, so that is all about variable, students. Basically, a variable is just storing a value. Okay, but again, it can only store value at a time, one value at a time. And to start with this one, please go to level 3 because we will start studying or we will start applying what we have learned on the video. Okay, everybody, please go to number 3 or level 3. Okay, so as what you can see here, there are variables. By the way, variables in code.org is purple. Okay, so you can find the block here for declaring or creating a variable. And students, for the name of the variable, it depends on what you want to use it for. Okay, so if you want to use it as a score, then you can name it a score. If you want to use it for like lives, then you can name it lives. Okay, so please choose a name that is related. Okay, so as what you can see here, students, variable is being declared here, 2 variables. So we have x position, which is 300, and the y is 100. Okay, and then from here, using the variables, the ellipse will be drawn using the variables here. As what you can see, x position and x position, right? So therefore, the value of this one, of the 300 is or will be here, same as the y. Okay, so the y here is this one. So the value of y right now is 300. Okay, so 100, I mean. So that means the value here is 100. So whatever the value is, it will be copied here. Okay. And also, students, if you change the value of this one, for example, if you change the x position to 200, then this one will also be changed to 200. Okay? Sweet. Okay, and also students, if you're going to change the y here to another value, then the value here will be changed also. Okay, do you understand? Okay, so right now, where do you think the ellipse will be drawn? Which side? Left or right? Or up, down? Where do you think will it be drawn using this code? On which part of the grid? Anyone? Online, you can answer also if you know the answer. Okay, online students. Where should it be? Left or right? Left or right side? If this is the code. Where should be the circle? Right side, up or down? Up or down? Huh? Down, are you sure? So let's try to run this code. Okay, so if you run this code, students, the ellipse will be here because the value of x is 300 and then the value of y is 100. Okay, so from here to here, that's the y. From here to here, that's the x. Okay, now students, let's try to change the value of the x. Okay, let's say the value of the x position, let's change it to 200. Everybody, please change it to 200. We are on level 3 already. Here, level 3. Online, are you okay there? Are you following? Okay, so please try to change the value of x position to 200 and then run again. Let's see. Okay, so as what you can see, the value of x has changed also, right? So since you use the variables x position and what's the y here, so it depends what the value is here. Do you understand? Understand? Okay, online, please excuse me, I will check the work of your friends, okay? Okay, online students, please wait because I have to assist your friends here. Okay, there are some problems and I need to fix it. Okay, please wait. If you can, please do until the last level if you can. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, online students. I have to assist your friends here. Okay, so let's go now to level 5. Everybody online, please do it also. Okay, so also students, we can code in code.org, not only text, but also blocks. Okay, but I think for this one, we need to watch the video first. Okay, here I will play the video so that you will understand better. Oh, by the way, this is not a video, sorry. Okay, these are just rules, okay, for writing a variable or for creating a variable, students. Of course, when you create a variable, labels cannot include spaces. So a variable has a name, right? So you should not include spaces on that one because it will be invalid. There will be error. And also it cannot begin with a number. So you cannot do this one, or you cannot have this one as your name because it starts with a number. It should start with a letter. Okay? And be very careful with spelling, of course. And it is case sensitive if you use small letters. Okay, small letters. If you use big letters, big letters. Okay, so please take note of that. Okay, understand? Understand? Do you understand? Yes or no? Okay, so now let's proceed to level 5, everybody. Sorry, students, it's quite difficult for me to teach online and on-site at the same time. Okay, so here, students, I think we cannot use blocks here, so we will just use codes. Okay, so as what you can see here, this program has multiple errors. Okay, so do you remember the rules when you are writing a variable or when you are creating a variable? Okay, so the rules are being applied here. So we will fix the program because if we run the program, there will be an error. As what you can see, there is red something here. Okay, so we need to fix the error. First, okay, this one, is this correct? Is the name here correct? Yes or no? Is this correct? Are you sure? Remember the rules in level 4? Okay, so
It's
what's
not
wrong with
correct.
this one? What's wrong with this one?
It
Yes, go
have
on.
a space.
Yes, very good. Okay, so it has spaces. So this one is wrong. So instead of spaces, students, you can use underscore. Do you know this sign, underscore? You can use this one instead. Okay? Do not use spaces. Very good, Kauot. Thank you for answering. Okay, so we have to erase the space. Or it's up to you, students. You can also do this one, size of circle, something like that. So it's really up to you. Okay, but for me, for spaces, I prefer to use underscore because it's like space also. Okay, so now we fix this one. How about this one? What's wrong with this one? Can someone tell me? Huh? Yes, Satang?
It have a number.
Yes, it starts with a number. A variable name can have a number on it, but it should not start with a number. Okay? So the number can be in between or at the end of the name, but it should not be at the beginning. Okay, so for this one, we can just erase the number if it is not needed. Okay? How about this one? What's wrong with this one? This one is okay, right? Yes or no? Yes, this one is okay. But there is something wrong here. Can you see the red? So meaning there is something wrong with this line. What's wrong with this one? Yes. Okay, so we have size of circle. Again, students, if you want to use a variable, please make sure that the name is exactly the same. Okay, so size of circle, size underscore of circle. What else? I think there's still one more here. Two more.
One dimension and Y location.
Okay, one dimension, you need to erase one. And then for Y location, what are you going to change here?
Change Y to small letter.
Okay, very good, Kauot. You're participating now. I'm amazed. And then what else? There's one more. Sorry about that. I said 3, but there are 4 errors here. What's the other one? Size of circle.
Side of circle.
Yes, it should have underscore also. See, students, if you use a variable and it's not exactly the same, okay, so it will be or it will have an error here. Okay, so please be careful with that one. Okay. Understand? Okay, now please try to run this one if it works already. So the output should be like this. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it works now, right? Okay, so that is another way of programming here in code.org, students. You can use like text type or blocks type. Okay, but I think blocks is much easier than text. Okay, but I prefer blocks for me. Okay, so click finish now because we are now done with level 5. Okay, let's go now to number 6 or level 6. Let's see what we have here. I think we can use blocks here already. Okay, so please convert it to blocks. Click the show blocks here. Okay, how about this one? Okay, so this is supposed to be a flower. Okay. So in this case, students, we need to change the number assigned to petal size so the red petals touch one another. Okay, so the output should be like this one. There will be 4 petals, but they should touch one another. So what do you need to do here? Take note that we are just going to change the value of petal size because these 4 are petals, right? So what should we do? Should we make them bigger or should we make them smaller? Bigger. Okay, so therefore, what should be the number here? First guess? Trial and error. Who can give me a number higher than 50? 80. Okay, let's try 80. Okay, 80. Let's see if it works. Okay, so I think this one is okay, right? 80. We can also use 75. Let's try 75. Okay, 75 is okay also. How about 70? 70. Let's see. Okay, so this one, but they are not really touching one another, right? Because there is like a space here. Okay, so I think 70 up would be okay. Okay, so it's up to you, students. The number should be more than 70 and less than 80. Okay, between 70 and 80. Okay, so maybe I will use 75 for my output. Okay, and then after that, it looks like a flower. So as what you can see here, students, if you use a variable and you change the value will also change here. Okay, so earlier, the value of petal size is 50, right? Or was 50. So we change it to 75. So since we use the variable petal size here, so it will become 75 also. Okay? Understand? Okay, so click finish if you are done. Okay, Jivek, are you done? Okay, so here, students, there are 4 things here that you need to do. Okay, so I would like you to do it on your own. Okay, for online students, please do it on your own. Okay, this one is very easy. Okay, please wait online. I will just assist some of your friends, okay? Okay, students, also I would like to add, if the name of the variable that you have declared is big letter, when you use it, it should be big letter also. If it is small letter, small letter. So it should be exactly the same with the name that you have declared. Okay? So please make sure of that. If it is small letter, big letter, big letter.
Teacher, I'm finished.
Really, Kawot? All the letters here?
Yes,
ABCD? Wow, very good.
I
Okay.
I should be.
No, you need to do everything. These
Okay.
are all very easy. But I will have a homework for you also later on. Please do this one, students. Do all 4 of these because it will help you practice more about variables. Okay, I will announce your homework in 2 minutes. Okay, everybody listen to your homework. Okay, so for your homework, students, I would like you to go to level 9. Okay, and then letter B. Okay, so here in letter B, students, it looks like this when you run. So here you have 3 outputs. So you will choose anything from here, just one, okay, for your homework. So it's up to you if you will do this one, or do this one, just one, okay? And also, students, I would like you to send it to our line group. But starting next week, those who are here, you will send it to my email. That's why I ask you to bring your phones next week because you need to sign into your email and I think you need a code or something. Okay, so please bring your phones, Chuik. Okay, Chuik, please tell your advisor. Okay, who is your advisor, by the way? Who is your teacher? 7 room 1. Okay. Okay, so please tell her. Okay, so please tell your advisor. Again, students, level 9, okay? Choose one from here and then do it. And then just like last time, share, okay? Show advanced options, embed, hide ability to view code, and then copy this link and send it to our live group. Do you understand? I think for those who are here, you cannot send your work because I think if you use email, you need to have a code. Okay, so I will give you this one as your homework. Okay, deadline will be tomorrow, midnight. Okay, tomorrow, until tomorrow, I will give you time. Okay, again, level 9, and then choose one output from here. Do you understand? Online, do you understand? Online, do you have any
Yeah.
questions? Yes, okay, so that's all for today, students. I will see you again next week. Goodbye, everyone. Stay safe and have a nice day. Bye.